What's going on? It's your boy, Brother Adel, and I'm back with another one. And today I got to talk about your boy, Corey Holmes versus Anton Daniels. I'm pretty sure y'all probably seen it. If not, I'm going to break it down for y'all what happened. The clip that went viral, your boy Anton Daniels got into it real heavy with Corey Holcomb. All right. So here's my take on it. Um, I've seen some of Corey Holcomb stuff, and he made a lot of good points as far as like relationship wise and everything. Excuse me. Um, One thing about him is he will tell females how it really is, and from the male perspective and everything. And I appreciated him for that. Um, I was not aware that he was that much on the how do you want to say it? I, I'm not gonna say liberal, but I didn't know that he was so much on defending the parts of the culture that really don't benefit our community like that. And I get it, because like 90% of us now are on that Democrat plantation, so I get it. But I didn't know that it was gonna go off like that. Now, because of his views, and I was thinking that well maybe his views more so align with what I believe and what conservatives believe. But yeah, it went off the rails real fast, and this is why it's important to always, even if you had a different set of views, it's important to talk to people with a certain level of respect, right? Now the thing is, when did this issue fly off the rails? Now Corey Holcomb basically was venting to Anton like, look, all I see you doing is bashing black folk. Now, if you watch Anton Daniels' content, you know Anton Daniels will bash anybody, anything, anybody, anytime, any place. He's an equal opportunity smoke giver. That's his phrase right there, right? Equal opportunity smoke giver. He's criticized white men, called them the biggest simps. All right, and these are not necessarily my views, but this is what he said. Just giving you what he said as opposed to what he's been accused of by Holcomb. So he's called white men the biggest simps. Said that they gave up all their rights to white liberal women, and which goes into criticizing white liberal women. Called them the biggest enemies of the United States. The worst thing that ever happened to America was the liberal white woman. He's criticized and any other race are all in between, right? From foreigners that come over here just to exploit the country and not necessarily respect us or mess with us like that. He's criticized everybody, right? So, but of course, people like to clip it up, edit it out to where they only show him on clips on YouTube criticizing the black community. And a lot of his critiques are very valid. Now, one of the fortunate things about the black community is we can be extremely sensitive to any type of critique, and as soon as you start doing that, you'll be labeled as the Uncle Tom, labeled as a coon, labeled as the sellout, right? And so it just went to a head when Corey Holcomb said, "Look, you kiss white men butt." But he said it in words that I won't repeat here, right? And then, well, Anton Daniels was like, oh, okay, well, you suck the D of black people, So it was all cool when he said that Anton Daniels was kissing white men's butts. That wasn't gay or nothing. But as soon as Anton said, oh, well, you suck the D of black people, of black men, black people, however you want to phrase it, black men. Now all of a sudden, I don't play that gay stuff, yada yada, blah, blah. I don't talk that gay stuff. But you was all up. But you was all over that gay stuff when it was all cool when you were saying that Anton kissed the butts of white men. But now all of a sudden it's a problem when he flip it back on you and he uno reverse you and said, okay, I kiss the butts of white men, you kiss the D of black men. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. So you can't sit there. If you can't stand the heat, then get the heck up out the kitchen. So the whole move off rip came off hypocritical, came off fake, and then you're gonna flex and come up with somebody's face and don't do nothing the whole entire time. Now he just pulled your card. Now he just called your card. You come up in his face and he said, okay, do something. You didn't do jack. Then he was like, all right, let's take it outside. You didn't do jack. And then he was like, all right, if we ain't gonna fight, then I'm gonna come up here, let's finish this interview and let's carry on the rest of the day. And he came up there, and then Corey Holcomb couldn't help himself, even after a few high fives. They done did that about 2 or 3 times. They done dabbed it up, high fived it up, and Corey Holcomb just could not let it go. And to the point where he just spazzed out so much and manifested so much that he was like, hey, get on my show, get on my stage, get on my show. He just couldn't let it go. He just had to find a way to try to one-up him, right? And then try to say, oh, we'll take you and your B and all this, that, and the other. Now all of the respect and all of the courtesy for women and women rights and all that is out the door now. Now women are B's and all this, that, and the other. So I don't respect what he says. He's hypocritical. I don't believe what he says. If he sits up here and tell all this stuff about respecting women and all that, but yet he refers to women as bees, and mind you, this is coming from almost or pretty much a 60-year-old man. If he ain't changed by now, if you ain't got that little hood booger mentality out of your system by now, it ain't going nowhere, man. And let me tell you something, all that street stuff and all of that, people don't care about that no more at all. Nobody worried about your LA, your gangs, or Chicago, whatever. Nobody worried about none of that no more. All right? Especially when you get your card called out and you don't do jack besides sit down and kick dudes off your show. That you can't hold an intellectual debate or conversation with. So that's my take on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I want to hear from you. Even if you disagree, I want to know. I want to see what's up. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace, blessings, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.